What's happening, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back to Junk Drummer TV, where I give my initial reactions, my hot takes, and my analysis on the drummers of today and yesterday, maybe tomorrow if I stick around that long. I'm a professional drum teacher and a gigging musician, and I have been for the last 20 plus years. If you watched my live stream, my last live stream, you will have heard that I said that I am going to be changing the content around on my channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more like music commentary. I'm going to still do these react analysis videos, but they're going to be a lot more rare going forward. So today I wanted to do something just kind of fun and lighthearted, and actually maybe this video will give me a chance to kind of do a little bit of a PSA, if you will. I also tried to do this video yesterday, but yesterday was July 4th, and in my college town, these college kids were going full-on Rumsfeld with the fireworks, so I couldn't do it yesterday, so we're getting to it today. We're going to be watching the 10 most wasted drummers of all time. Now, I'm almost for certain that this list is going to be incomplete, but a buddy of mine sent this to me a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it would be a great video to do. Now, from the beginning of time, the stereotype of the fucked up, hard partying musician has unfortunately kind of held true. If you know anything about Franz Liszt, he had a reputation, and this is, what is it, 1600s, 1500s? When did Franz Liszt live? I don't remember. I did play one of his pieces for my senior recital, but I don't know when he was alive. But Franz Liszt, this is hundreds of years ago, he even had a reputation of being a hard partying, womanizing virtuoso who traveled Europe and destroyed the piano, and then, plundered the royal courts for all of the things he could get, if you know what I'm saying. If you stick around to the end of the video, I am going to tell the story and publicly embarrass myself of the time, really the only time, that I was too overserved to play a show. And I think we're going to see a lot of overserved drummers in this video. Before we get into that, please, if you all like what I'm doing, and if you dig the content and you'd like to support me, and if you think I have earned it, please give me a like, comment, and share. Also, maybe check out my Patreon. I have a bunch of extras over there. I have a PayPal option. Also, check out my merch table. So let's just get right into, and this screenshot that I have up right now is probably a perfect indication of what we're going to be watching today. The 10 most wasted drummers of all time. Oh, homeboy. Oh, no. I'm hoping that the video is loud enough that you heard the guy who was recording this just laugh right at that moment. This guy's bass drum sounds really good, though. Oh! Oh, dude. Was that a bass player? No, it's a guitar player. Guitar player's revenge. Homeboy is too messed up to be playing in public and is dropping drumsticks and just being just fucking terrible. And this guitar player decides to take action. Oh, man. Well, okay, as a drum teacher, I can tell you that this guy's posture is terrible. You're just not going to be able to freely move around the drum set if you are in a lay down position while you're trying to play drums. Oh, man. Oh, this guy's got to eat it, right? No, oh, he's got a wall to fall against. Nah, he manages to fall anyway. Good man. Hey, man, get up there. You got a gig to play. Homeboy's still going to play the gig. You know what? Shout out to a man who is still trying to get the gig finished, because, if you don't play the show, you don't get paid. I can tell you that the bass line is... I think the bass line is How Many More Times by Led Zeppelin. How many more times? Is that the song? Is that right? Well, I can tell you as a drum... Oh, no, somebody cut some Monty Python. Oh, boy, this is going to be awesome. Well, I can tell you right now that That's just terrible double stroke form from my homeboy here. I love Monty Python, by the way. Mmm. Mmm. Well, this homeboy got like a teacher bag. Anytime I see those bags, I think like a teacher's coming and has all the stuff that he or she has to grade. Oh man. Oh no. So that's just sad. Yo, homeboy, wake up. I'm here. You know, he recovered after he got kicked awake. Oh no, God, I was very certain that this clip was going to end up on here. This is Mooney, Keith Moon, and this, after we watch this will be a good chance for me to put my PSA out there. Yeah, man. Ugh. I was really having a lot of fun until that, because if you know anything about The Who and you know anything about Keith Moon, you know that this is the reason why he's not with us right now.
Can anybody play the drums?
And if I'm not mistaken, the story of that is some dude comes out of the crowd and straight kills it. Somebody in the comments section, am I right about that? When Pete Townsend has to ask if there's anyone here that can play the drums, I'm pretty sure that the guy came up and killed it right afterwards, right? Okay, before we get into this bald man look, man, if your hair is that thin, just shave it. Ugh, it runs me crazy. But here's my PSA. It's well known, and it's a true trope that people who tend to be creative types are attracted to extreme actions in their life. And, you know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm an angel, because I'm no hypocrite. But I can tell you that I've only been too overserved once in my life, and I'll tell that story later. Here's something that I have seen in my 20 plus years of gigging, where musicians, male and female, unfortunately, for me anyway, get this idea that they need to be a certain amount of lubricated, or a certain amount of, how can I fucking say this without just destroying terms of service? Like, just like high, right? A level of altered mind. That's a good way to put it. You know, there are people, and I may have been guilty of this early on in my career, that you feel that you cannot put in a proper performance without having your mind altered in some way. That path leads to destruction. I promise you. Don't get me wrong, I like to imbibe. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't before shows, because I do. But if you feel that you need to do that to perform properly, you're buying into this mysticism of all of the musicians that have come in the past that were all legendary. Think about so many legendary musicians that we can name, just the 27 Club alone, that participated in self-destructive behavior. Again, I am no angel, but if you feel that you need to have something in your system to perform properly, I assure you that that's not true. It's not true. I've played sober shows and I've played non-sober shows, and I feel that I can perform at the level that I want to in both of those states. Do not, I repeat, fucking do not become a stereotype and think that you need to be a certain way to perform great. Now, that's the serious part of our presentation. Let's get back to the lunacy. I mean, first of all, I'd fire this motherfucker for not shaving his head. Oh man, he's in the studio. Maybe no, that looks like a pub. Oh man. Well, this is the best dressed wasted drummer that we've seen so far. Man, this drummer is fucking up this squeeze box, man. This accordion dude's playing well, and this motherfucker's all over the place. Oh no, we gotta watch this dude again. Have you noticed, except for Mooney, that like all these cats that we've watched so far have been like in cover bands?
Don't stop driving that old hot rod.
Oh, later. Man, he's just hanging out. Dude's just back there hanging out. It seemed to be like kind of a rockabilly band. You can get by without a drummer if you're in a rockabilly band. Oh no, this looks like it was filmed in my home state. Oh. Well, I mean, as a drum teacher, I can tell you that this dude's drum configuration is in no way set up for efficiency of movement. I don't think that's going to matter. He's got those Tri-Lock Gertrude drumsticks with the yellow covering, that rubber sleeve. I hate those things. Yeah! Dude, just fall out, bro. Oh, man. This might be great because this looks like it's in Germany. Yes! This dude is going straight hog on his bass drum, son. Okay, so look, man, what do you expect? This looks like an Oktoberfest thing. Don't expect me to be sober at the gig at Oktoberfest. I'm behind this guy. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Oh, that drum's not meant for long in this world. It's got to go. Yeah, man, like, I don't know if that was Germany, because actually I think they were playing, like, an American song, if I heard that right. But, like, man, if you give me a gig at Oktoberfest, things may not go the way you're supposed to. It's your fucking fault for booking Oktoberfest. So here's my story of being too overserved to play a show. And I will have to say that, again, no angel whatsoever. But early on in my playing career, especially when I was in my Uncle Mike's cover band, if you're a Patreon, you've heard stories of Uncle Mike in videos I've made over there. I was in college, and the way that I paid my food, paid for my rent and food, you know, kept me in ramen noodles and fish sticks, was I played in my Uncle Mike's country cover band. And he kind of mentored me, and he was no angel as well, but he very much instilled in me a level of professional early on in my career to you're getting paid to do this thing, and you wouldn't show up at your regular day job too fucked up to perform that job. So don't do it just because it exists in a bar. So I've always kept that part of my life in control until one night in Maryland. My band was on a run. I think it was like the fifth, sixth night of the little run that we did, because we didn't tour. We had runs of gigs in a row. Sometimes people say touring, and it's not really touring, but we were on a run. It was the fifth or sixth night. We got to the venue really, really early. Well, much to our surprise, it was a museum thing, like some museum bullshit, like a bunch of highfalutin white people drinking wine, and they introduced us to whoever the event planner was. I was like, this is the band they're playing tonight. We had played at this venue a few times, so they knew us, and the person in control and the person in control was like, here, participate freely, open bar, do your thing. Well, me and the bass player, James, if you're watching, you remember this. I miss you, by the way. We drank, and the violin player too. Actually, the violin player may be involved in this as well, but I know me and the bass player were definitely participating. We probably, goddamn, between the both of us, we drank like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 bottles of wine. And this was hours before we were supposed to play. Well, I don't like to eat before I play. And our lead singer was aware of what had went down, and he was like, hey, maybe you cats should probably eat. And I would rather carry this buzz into the gig than to eat. Because when I eat before I play, I can eat like 3 or 4 hours outside of a gig. Before a gig, but I can't right before. It just weighs me down, and I feel I can't float. I can't float on the instrument. And we're like, nah, man, we're good. We played the show, and holy shit, we were fucking terrible. We had gotten to that level where, and this band was tight. We were together for like 6 years, 4 years up until that point. We played hundreds of gigs together. We were missing changes, and I was messing up drum fills, and it got to be like this weird overserved game between me and my bass player to see who could fuck up the worst and who would do it next. It was bad. It was really bad. And the lead singer, and who's the main power behind this band, he took it all in stride, because we had never done that up until that point, and I had never done that. And at that point, I'd been playing gigs for like 18 years or some shit. 15, 16, 17, something like that. And I had never got overserved. But, man, for whatever reason, man, me and Brother James just decided to see how many grapes we could put into our system. And we put a shit ton of them. And, of course, we did not ever do that again, and I've not done it since. Now, in reference to my earlier PSA, I hope I didn't come off too self-righteous. But I am 44 years old, and I have seen far too many of my friends go down this self-destructive route, and I have been to far too many funerals for a man of my age. Now, this video was fun to watch, and it was funny, and I hope all these dudes, and man, everybody has those nights where you just you just drink a little too much, right? But man, if you're at a gig, act like you got some sense, and make sure that you are able to perform in a way that would make you proud the next day, is the best way I can put it. So, there you go. The next video that I do, which will hopefully, if I do this correctly, next Tuesday, will be a beginning of a new chapter for this channel. I will still do react analysis videos from time to time. They're going to be a lot less frequent, and I'm going to be doing more music commentary, because I have done I think this is my 121st video of 121st react analysis video, and I want to do some other things. I want to talk about more music in general and less be so drum centric, because If you've watched my videos and you've heard me say I love the drums, but I like making music with them better than the act of actually playing drums, if that makes sense. So that's what you're going to get next Tuesday. Kiddies, do not get too fucked up to play, because you will not keep gigs and you will get a terrible reputation, and you'll be at home by yourselves on Fridays and Saturdays while other people who can keep their shit together are out there playing those gigs. Thank you all very much. I'll see you next time, and keep practicing until it's easy.